Shalom, brothers and sisters. So I heard the most amazing comparison being made the other day in a discussion about Jesus and how the world sees him and, Jesus in our lives and where we're at with him. But that comparison was so profound. I actually want to share it with you in light of the times we're living in. So the world at the moment is like the Titanic. Now, the Titanic, when it struck the iceberg, vibrations ran through the deck. There were obviously signs, but the people in first class and on the top decks, the chunks of ice and everything that fell on the deck from the actual hits that caused the chaos and the actual sinking of the entire ship, they made snowballs and they had snowball fights and everything was fine. They carried on. The people were playing the piano. Everything was fine. But below decks, down in the engine room, they knew things were not fine because they were in the nitty-gritty of it. They really could see. They could hear the alarms going off. They could see the holes in the side. They could see the water gushing in. They knew what was going to happen, and they reacted accordingly. Those on the top deck, though, didn't realize or know something was wrong until it was basically too late. And a lot of lives were lost, and people just carried on, making snowballs, playing, carrying on. In the same way, they will be marrying and giving in marriage, buying and selling and continuing as if the world is supposed to be this way, and it is not supposed to be this way. They will ignore the signs. They won't even bother with the vibration they feel through their feet as the holes are torn in what they know as their existence and life. And as that evil darkness rushes in to set up the final week of Daniel, that 70th week, the time of Jacob's trouble, the tribulation, while all of that is rushing in to sink what everybody knew about the world and their lives, they continued on as if everything was fine, until it wasn't. And we, inside the bowels of the whole thing, studying and seeing and hearing the alarms and knowing what's going down, we're trying to warn as many people as possible, switch on lights, make sure that the lifts go all the way to the top, the lights are on, but people are actually home, that they realize the times we're living in, and they start acting accordingly, and they turn to Jesus, and they focus on a relationship with the living God, so that they don't have to be going through a time period of wrath not destined for the bride. This is Israel's time to wrap things up and finalize everything before the end. It's not our time. It's not the way we're supposed to be going. We just need to be safe in the boat with Jesus. So keep warning, keep sharing. And today again, we went to town. My wife was wearing her Salt and Light shirt, and a total random stranger got her attention and said, "The light of the world," with a big smile on his face. And we could say, yes, Jesus is the light of the world. And it opens conversations that others all around you in those crowded spaces are hearing and listening to. And you never know the impact those words have in someone's life that's maybe in a really dark place, that needs to know, but wait a minute. What about God? What about Jesus? Let's make a difference while we can. Let's keep sowing hope as we wait for our blessed hope. God bless. Keep looking up. Shalom.